Hi, I'm Jenkinson and welcome to the Caravan Industry channel. Hi and welcome to another video. Now a few things before I start this. I was at Swift the other day. I've seen some new stuff, let's see some more stuff, and you'll be seeing some videos on that over the probably towards the end of this month. It depends if Swift allow me to show the videos beforehand, but also if, and this is one to put in your diaries if you're up in the Lake District in December, probably you won't be, but on December 17th at the Lakeland Motor Museum I'm actually doing a book signing on a new book, my second new book out this year. It'll be called, sorry not second one, I'm on about third new book out this year, and that'll be Caroling in the 70s, and I will be there at the Lakeland Motor Museum. That's just not far from Newbury Bridge, nice spot, been there many times. I've got a couple of old caravans as part of the museum, which I might do a video on, because I've not done a video on any of them, and I'm going to do a book signing. I'll probably have about a few people turn up, maybe not, I don't know. It's one of those things, never really done it before. Still, something to look forward to as the nights grow longer, and also the cost of living seems to want to be going up, the fuel bills. But anyway, let's try and look at the bright side. But today what I want to do, I want to show you about cleaning your van wheels, making those wheels look really good. Now, when caravan manufacturers show the vans off at the show, you'll always notice the wheels are sparkly clean, which they should be, because of course they're brand new. I.e. same with the tyres. But years down the line, and we know that the when it's sort of stood in a storage compound or whatever, in your front garden or whatever, and the sun and the rain's beating down there, chucking it, you know, your wheels start getting a bit mucked up. And plus, well, if you do a lot of winter caravan, you'll find a lot of salt as well getting thrown up on your wheels. You might think, what we're going to do to stop that? Well, you can't actually stop the salt getting thrown up our wheels, can we? But what I will do is I'll show you, and don't take this the wrong way, how to give your wheel a nice clean up. Now, I know you might think, well, just stick a brush over and that's it, but a lot of people will just literally tinkle around with a bit of a rag. I'm going to show you how I keep the wheels clean on my van, and also what I do to try and help and protect that clean and make it all look really, really good. So, the range is going to be getting its wheels cleaned up, well, at least one side, and of course I'm doing it undercover because it's actually throwing it down the rain outside. So what we're going to do, we're going to get a bucket, of course, some proper shampoo. Now just hang on there. Now this is Mother's. Now this is about 17 quid for that. I mean, that's lasted me quite a lot. I've washed a few cars and vans with that. This foam wash, you can use it in a jet wash should you want to, but put it in your bucket and you get a real good sud, and it's really good. It does help take that muck off. So that's what we're going to use. Now, I don't get paid by Mothers or anybody like that. Oh, Maguire's, that's the other one. Now, also, I will say, and again in Autoclean, because a lot of people like Autoclean like they do Maguire's, Autoclean do what they call a luxury shampoo, and it's great for washing your car as well as your car. And obviously wheels now, it foams up very, very well, and it's just really good to use. And I always still say, do use a car shampoo. It's the best thing there is to do. So we're going to fill up the old bucket, and I'm going to get a sponge to do the wheels. Now the thing is, they're all wheel cleaners, but I tend to find those too awkward to handle. And it depends on the design of your alloy as well. The more fiddly and it looks, the design, the harder it is to clean. So the ones on this, I've got to remind myself, aren't too bad. There's a few spokes in there. But anyway, they've not been cleaned for a long time, so I'll show you what I'm going to do. And I say a sponge, about 50p or something from Home Bargain, something like that, that's good enough. But this stuff is pretty good. Also Glim high luxury gloss shampoo is good, and also some of the Maguire's gold shampoo as well is pretty good. Anyway, let's get on. Right, now I've got my sponge. Now I'm going to kneel down this chip, put your old togs on, because you're going to get a little bit mucked up. Now I've got this just put a bit in here as a sample, and basically get a nice sud on there and give the wheels a clean. Now you can use a wheel cleaner. When I say a wheel cleaner, go to somewhere like Whole Foods, or better still your local car accessory shop, and ask for a wheel cleaner. There's a lot of brands out there. Maguire's do quite a good one. I won't bother with Autoclean one, I've not found that very good at all. But the thing is, with Caravan wheels, it's not like you get with cars where you've got a lot of brake dust and it gets sort of stuck in here and then it gets baked on, and then it really is hard to move. You know, you've got to really put a lot of effort into it. But getting to the sort of like where the bolt holes are, clean that Bailey badge up, all around there, look. Really getting it. See, with a sponge you can do that, and for £1, what's the, you know. And also, if your tyres are looking really bad, go around them again, because they'll have mud on there, and wash them out, because I'll see what we're going to do with those after. But you've really got to give these a good old scrub around. Right, once you've sudded them up, the idea now is to rinse them off, of course. I'm going to make a bit of a mess on the garage floor, but never mind. I've got some clear water. I'll get down here again. It's not easy getting in and out. So, got a bit of fresh water here. Again, use a sponge. Now you can get one of these little jet washers that runs on battery, and do you know what, I find it's, you know, they're not going to shift a load of muck, don't be ever under that apprehension, but they are handy, especially on a Caravan storage. Take yourself a couple of containers of water and a bucket, and then you can fill it up and use these little jet washers. Make sure you got your battery charged up to begin with, of course, and about 70 or 80 quid. And you know what, for what you want them for, you know, they're pretty good. Anyway, that's the plug over for them. So again, make sure you give these a good wash round. Get the rinse off. Get all that suds off. Right. Excuse me. Get out this leather now, and I've showed you this before. If you've watched the videos, the windows cleaning, I use this, and it's really, really good. So you now dry this all off, get right round. I mean, if you keep on top of these things, you will find, apart from my trousers getting wet here with the water going down, you will find that they will always come up looking good. So basically now, you've got most of the muck off. Right, that's what we're going to do next. We're going to put a bit of like sort of polish on them, but we're going to use like a spray, because that's the best way to do it. So we're going to do that first. So let's go with some polish. Now any car polish is pretty good, any spray polish, but there's one or two I have my little favourites, of course, as I do. And I'm going to give that a quick spray and show you what's what. Right, so what I'm doing, I'm using this because you want a bit of a spray on. Now this is Capital, guys. This is Insta Wax, which is a spray cone newbie wax and sealant, so that's quite ideal because it's going to be fairly easy to get on and off. Now, oops, I overdid it there a tad. Get a microfiber cloth. Again, don't get a cloth that is particularly, you know, a particularly very good one, because you know you're just going to put the. So get that all in here. Don't watch my little sticker there, because I've got what do you call it on. Stop it from. If you get a puncture, it doesn't go flat on you. Now, here we go. Get round here. So I'm not doing a, you know, I'm not going for a job. It depends how bad they are. It depends, obviously, how much you need to do. Now, when you put your polish on, you can get another squirt if you want to, but you can either use the same rag, call it a rag, your microfiber cloth, or and turn it over. Or you can have a clean one. I might as well turn it over because that's obviously okay. Give it a couple of, get a minute or two to dry, depending again what sort of time of day you're doing it, what time of year. I mean, I'm sat obviously inside, but and then you go around and you'll tell straight away that you actually, you know, you can feel the smoothness of it and a good quality polish. Again, go all the way around there, you know, get your finger in right round the sort of little gaps and stuff, right the way round. And if you can move the Caravan forward to do it. So basically, but there you go, that's what it is. And that wheel's come up really quite smart. I've got a lot of room to work in. You might be the same in your storage compound, you say, or your driveway. If you can move your van out and get a bit more around it, it makes life a lot easier. Well, this is what it does. Now you can give it another spray if you want, to give it that extra little bit of protection. Now that will probably last a few months, depending on what the van's being used or whatever. But when it comes to wash it again, it'll come off a lot better, because I say, I'll put like a wax sealant on it. And that looks good. I mean, it's not just even that, it just makes it look good. You see, when you take your van into a dealer to sell it or whatever, all these sort of things they look at and you think, yes, the van's been looked after right. Now, the next thing, well, he says, what are we else going to do? Well, I'm going to do this tyre. And again, there's different finishes of what you can use on there. It's a silk finish, or a very glossy finish. Depends what sort of finish you want. If you want a sort of very wet look, then obviously the glossy stuff. Again, Autoglim do a tyre gel which is very good. Same with Maguire's, they do a very good one, but they're very high gloss. And you need those really to dry before moving the van if you're going to tow it anyway, because it will be wet and it'll spray it up around, and you don't want that. Some dry pretty quick. As I say, it's quite warm today as well, it really is. I'm very muggy. I've got it nice and clean. So, next thing, let's put some tyre gel on. Right, he says, what have we got? Well, we've got, again, I've got some more mothers. Because my local accessory shop has become a dealer, and I've for selling mothers, and I've been on to them for a while. So, you know, some of the mother stuff is really pretty good. And they got this tyre stuff in, and I thought at $10.99 I'll give it a bash, and I think it's pretty good. I use it on the car, and I'm now going to use it on the Caravan. And you can see what you can use an old sponge to put this on. You can even get from accessory shops, car accessory shops, Holford as well, is something that's shaped like a tyre to put it on, but I prefer just a little brush. You don't want anything too cheap, you need a fairly decent brush. And then what I do, I just squirt it on like that, see. Squirt it on and then paint round. But do it carefully. Go right on the edges like that. Right the way around. Now, as I say, what's the idea to do is, and we won't do it on there because for obvious reasons, but when you get to the bottom and make sure your tyre is dry as well. This was dry down the bottom end there. Go right the way in with your brush. Right the way in, and keep going right the way round. Just keep doing it little squirts around. Some will be different how they go on. But this, to me, this is quite a shiny one. I quite like this. I do. It just depends what mood I'm in. If I get, you know, the car one, I'll just use like a satin finish or a nice gloss finish. So you get all the way down there. Now, so you see what you can do now is obviously move the van forward and then get what you've missed underneath there, but we're not going to worry too much. We'll get right round there, just very careful how you do it. Right, and that is that, folks. Right, let's have a quick look at that now. Right, I think you'll quite agree that that tyre really looks really good. The wheels come up well, it looks like new. And keep doing that regular, especially by a new van. It'll always look good, and it just has a bit of pride of ownership in your Caravan, really, as well as adding to its value. Okay, I hope you think that's good. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you use. Whew. But it didn't take long to do anyway. Right, so there you go. Another tip there. I hope that's proved of use to you. And you've seen the aftermath of it after the cleaning. And I hope you find that, as I say, a useful way of getting your wheels and keeping them on top. Anything a bit more, you know, if they are actually more mucky than that, then you're going to have to use, say, like a cleaner from a Caravan do one. It's like a purple stuff, and that's pretty good. And it's not expensive, about £7 or £8, depending where you're at. And Maguire's, they do a wheel cleaner that's pretty good as well. So what I say to you, you know, if it is badly grained up with muck, use that, leave it to get going. It'll start to take off all the muck, and then rinse off that with a sponge again, just as you were doing it normally, and then rinse off afterwards, of course. See you on the next video, and yeah, keep subscribing and keep liking. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you like them. Please don't forget to press the thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Bye for now.